Today's puzzle is a fancy finesse. At a first glance, the puzzle looks simple. Why don't we just take the bishop? But the problem here is that black's pawn is very close to promotion, and after the move rook to d7, we have to move the bishop, or else it will just be equal. And if you want to move the bishop back to stop the promotion, then black simply pushes the pawn forward. White will capture the pawn, black takes back, and while white is up an a-pawn, this is not sufficient to win the game if you know your rook endgames. Okay, fine. But what about bishop takes bishop, you might ask? Well, this is even worse, as the pawn can simply push and we will have to give up our rook for the pawn and likely lose the game. So what are we to do? Well, as you guys should know by now, it's time to look for the forcing moves like checks. But what does rook b7 check change about the position? Well, it changes everything. If the king goes to any of the back rank squares, then we can take the bishop, and the rook is unable to move due to being pinned to the black king. Therefore, black would have to exchange the rooks, and the pawn cannot promote because our king will immediately stop it. This leaves black with only one other option. Either block with the pieces and lose them, which black doesn't want to do, or move the king to h6. Black decides to move the king to h6. Well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that now the king has stepped onto the dark squares. Which means that after we take the bishop, if black tries to attack our bishop can move away to the e3 square with a check. Which means that after something like pawn to g5, we can play bishop to d2, and we will emerge up a full bishop and should be able to convert the game. Let's put this finesse on the board. A little check. Take the bishop, rook attacks our bishop, delivers the check, and we should win the game.